At breaking news, multiple wildfires burning in the gorge this morning. The most destructive one is the Rowena Fire near the Dalles. It has burned at least 20 homes and is now up to 3,500 acres with no containment. It is 6 o'clock on this Friday morning, June 13th. Thanks for joining us for K2 News this morning. I'm Angelica Thornton. K2 is on your side with team coverage of this wildfire emergency, including K2's Joe English with the look at the damage in one neighborhood, K2's Daryl Burke at the Red Cross shelter with the latest on evacuations, Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Rhonda Shelby tracking the dangerous conditions crews are facing, and Sarah Bagby has the latest on how fires are impacting the roads. Let's get right out to K2's Joe English live in Rowena in the damage zone. Joe, is anything left standing where you are?
Wow. It's so heartbreaking to see this, but this is the kind of thing that we are seeing up and down Highway 30 and around Rowena, where just about everything is gone. You can see what is left of what used to be a home here. Maybe some metal, some bricks, some ceramic pots that could not be burned. That's about all that is left. Fire was hot enough that it even broke the glass on this outdoor table. Now, we just spoke with the homeowner here. He was actually on his way to work, so he couldn't stick around, but he said he's lived here for 20 years. And he also just stopped by to give his cats some food and water so they would be okay. One of the mothers here nursing a couple of kittens as well. So those cats made it through the fire, so that's good news. But that's just really tough for this man and a lot of other families trying to figure out now what to do, figure out if they can even stay in the area and rebuild from here. That's a situation that a lot of folks are looking at as they face the day this morning, and probably even more as this fire keeps burning. So a lot of the houses just reduced to rubble. Houses next door not touched at all, so it's kind of hit and miss. Dave Barber is the man that we talked to, lost his house. Like many, he says he's used to the idea of wildfire threats. They know it's real, they try to be prepared, but now all he has left is a computer tablet, 2 photo albums, and his dogs.
I'm going through here and going, what a shame, what a shame. I haven't seen a lot of that, but it really hasn't hit me yet, to be totally honest. But this one was different. The wind was just unbelievable. And plus, and they were shorthanded too from fighting the fires. You know, they weren't, I guess fire season came early, I guess.
Yeah, many of the people we talked to say this fire caught them by surprise coming so early in the season. Some people evacuated, some stayed to protect their homes. One man we talked to tells us he spent hours dumping buckets of water that he pulled from his hot tub onto his house to keep that from burning. He saved the home, but his shed burned down along with all of his landscaping tools and machinery, so he's out of work for the time being. The fire, of course, still burning. The wind still blowing out here. That's a huge challenge for firefighters. We did talk to the Oregon Department of Forestry, though. They said they are making headway on this fire, thanks in a big part to all the resources coming in from around the state. Angelica, I just saw a couple of fire rigs roll by from Lake Oswego, from Albany, from Portland, probably from Central Oregon here as well. So everybody is pitching in on this one.
Yeah. In
the Columbia River Gorge, Joe English, K2 News.
Boy, have we learned some great lessons over the past couple of years. Still, just incredible to see the destruction. That poor cat walking around behind you, Joe. Lucky, I guess, at this point, no one was killed. We haven't heard of any serious injuries, so that is the good news. Let's bring in Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Rhonda Shelby to talk about the conditions out there right now. Obviously, it's not over. This fire is still burning, Rhonda, and you're saying constant wind still in the gorge.
Yeah, so in the mornings, the wind does slow down. You might have noticed that in Joe's live shot, but the sun creates the wind in the afternoon, and we don't have a ton of things changing yet. But look at this. This is one good sign. This is a sawtooth roofing camera. We'd normally get a shot out of here. It's at 3,000 feet on the Washington side. Normally you'd see the Dalles from here, but the cloud cover is starting to move in here, and that is good news. Below that, it is sunny, but 54 degrees and cloud cover is a very good sign because it shows the humidity is rising. That helps firefighters. However, this afternoon, we're going to see the wind pick up again. And notice how in the areas, once you pass Hood River, go east, we have 15 to 26 mile per hour wind gusts around Mosier and Lyle, and then 21 mile per hour wind gusts in the city of the Dalles. So it is still going to be a constant wind, 3 days straight of wind this way. It hasn't changed at all. So the problems are, of course, the wind and the extremely dry vegetation. But the positive things are the humidity recovery. That's going to be really nice for the next couple of days. And the cooling trend, it will not be as warm. I think your high temperatures over there will be in the mid to upper 70s. Huge improvement, Angelica, from what we saw earlier in the week.
That is good news, Rhonda. Thank you. Let's talk to Sarah Bagby, tracking the closures caused by the fires. And these are still the same ones from yesterday morning, right?
Exactly. I-84 is open. That was closed a little bit yesterday, too, but that is completely open. So thank goodness for that. But Highway 30 is still closed from I-84 to Chenoweth Loop Road. So and that's both directions. So for that reason, you'll just want to take I-84 if you're heading to Portland. It would take about 67 minutes right now. So we're about 20-minute delay. Part of that, though, is just because they are doing some debris cleanup. So you're going to see service vehicles on that little stretch. Give them room so we can get it cleaned up quickly. But it's looking pretty clear all the way, other than that debris, to Portland. So not too bad there. Just take I-84, Highway 30. We'll let you know when that opens up again.
Okay, here's a look at the current evacuations in place for the Rowena fire. Anyone in this red area is under a level 3 go now order. That's from Rowena Ferry Road east to River Road, 7 Mile Hill Road to Mountain View Drive, south to Chenoweth Creek Road and Browns Creek Road, and then east to West 7th Street. This impacts more than 800 homes right now. If you're in the yellow area, you need to be set to evacuate, and the green area means be ready. About 3,000 homes are in the yellow and green zones right now. The Wasco County Sheriff's Office is asking everyone to respect these evacuation zones. In a post on Facebook, they say they've gotten reports of people stopping on I-84 right on the freeway and other unsafe areas to walk into these level 3 go now evacuation zones. They say for the safety of the public and first responders, stay out of there. There are rock slides and falling trees. They say it's extremely dangerous and may impact resources working to save property in the area. Farther east this morning, the Ferry Fire has surged to 5,000 acres. It is burning on the Sherman County side of the John Day River. This fire reached Highway 206 and burned through Cottonwood Canyon State Park, and there's no containment this morning. Multiple aircraft are dropping water and retardant on the fire. Highway 206 was closed yesterday, but it's now back open. Fire crews are asking everyone there to drive with caution. As you can see, level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are in place there. Currently, 5 homes are under a level 3 go now order. That's the small sliver there in red. Katu's got you covered with team coverage all morning on the wildfires burning dangerously close to communities. You can check on closures, evacuations, and other resources anytime online right now on our website, katu.com.